Are you trying to manifest being the best version of yourself, but you find it hard to do, as you are very easily jealous of other women? My name is Janelle, and I'm a law of attraction coach with a bachelor in psychology. And today I will tell you how you can stop being jealous of other women so that you can feel like the bad bitch who can manifest anything she wants here on janelleloa. Stay tuned. Hi guys, my name is Janelle. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome to my YouTube channel if you're new. Today we're going to be drinking cocktails, wine, anything that you can get your hand on. As we sip on this drink, we're going to speak about first of all, we're going to speak about why we're jealous of other women, right? Because we need to break down and get to the root of why we feel these emotions to begin with so that we know how to tackle them and that we know what our triggers are, because we all have our own triggers, right? Sometimes one girl could be jealous of another girl for one reason, but I could be jealous of women for completely different reasons, right? Okay, so I asked my boyfriend to give me a little glass of wine so that I would look fancier, but I'm literally just opening the bottle in front of you guys, so it's like, who am I fooling, right? Okay, so I intended to drink some wine, but he didn't have any wine, so I'm like, okay, black fly it is, turn up. Okay, by the way, YouTube, not only am I 22 years old, but I'm Canadian, so this is completely legal, and it has been for a while. So don't demonetize me for drinking a black fly on camera. But you know what? Everything happens for a reason, because black flies get me a type of tipsy that is very energetic. As now you might ask, is it even possible for you to be even more energetic? You're about to see, honey. Okay, so the first thing that I want to tell you guys is that some people are naturally more competitive than others. And if you're one of those people who are extremely competitive to the point where it's making you sick, I highly recommend that you please go to therapy to fix that, okay? But for the rest of us, but you can still take the tips that I will describe in this video. I hope that didn't unfocus my camera. I'm just kind of going to cross my fingers, squeeze my butt, hope for the best. That the camera is still focused right now. Yes, so some people are naturally more competitive than others, and if you're one of those people who get extremely competitive to a point where it's making you sick and prevents you from sleeping at night, please go to therapy. But other than that, jealousy naturally comes to human beings. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. So we can all learn something from this video, whether you're someone who's extremely competitive to a sickening point, or you're someone who finds it very easy to feel happiness for other people. Don't kid yourself, nobody's 100% a saint. You too feel some emotions of jealousy sometimes. And the reason why this video is going to be so important to help you guys manifest what you want in life is that jealousy vibrates at an extremely low frequency. So how do you expect... Sorry, I had too much saliva in my mouth. How do you expect to manifest great things for yourself if you're feeling one of the emotions that is the lowest on the emotion frequency scale? I'm going to edit it and insert it here when I'm editing this video. So yeah, it's like one of the, I think it's like the bottom 3 worst emotions that you can feel in terms of frequency and trying to manifest what you want. The second thing that I want to tell you guys today about how to stop being jealous of other bitches is to control it with your friends, please, or else they're literally going to get sick of you and end up cutting you off, because who wants to be friends with someone who's incapable of being happy for them? I have a friend who's on thin ice right now because every time I tell her good news about myself, her face goes like this. Don't think you're being subtle. You're not. It's very obvious, and you should go to therapy. Please control it with your friends. However, there's a little paradox here that I think is worth being addressed. Yes, you should control your jealousy around your friends for the sake of your friendship. But, do I have lipstick on my teeth? I hope I don't. Anyways, but psychology says, I'm a psychology major by the way, psychology says that it's easier not only easier, but we are much more likely to compare ourselves to the people that we are closer with and that we are the most alike. And you're very much like your friends. You are the result of the 5 people that you hang out with the most. So, as much as I'm telling you guys to control the jealousy that you feel of your friends, you're very likely to compare yourself to them naturally, right? So it's like, what do you do? And that's when the third step comes in, where I want to tell you guys to learn how to control and convert your emotions of jealousy into emotions of admiration and inspiration. Okay, if you're jealous that your friend gets better grades than you in school, have you tried asking her how she studies? Have you tried asking her how she finds the motivation to study every day? Have you? And if you know for a fact that she studies every day, but she tries to pull one of those, I don't even study. Do you need bullshit people like that in your life? Snip, snip, bye-bye, bitch. But more likely than not, people love to feel like experts. So she's more likely than not going to actually give you her study tips. So then you can improve yourself instead of getting jealous of your friend and then you start trying to talk shit behind her back every chance you get to cope with the fact that she has a better GPA than you. Come on. That's childish. Sip on the black fly. Oh, by the way, we are in my boyfriend's Winnebago. Just thought I'd let you know. Okay, so the 5th thing that I want to tell you guys is that for some people, including me, jealousy is very situational. Okay, so personally, I never get jealous just because a girl is prettier than me. Like, that's not enough to make me jealous. If anything, if I see a pretty girl, I'm going to be like, like, I love looking at pretty girls. I'm just saying that I love looking at a pretty woman. But one thing that does annoy me, okay, hold on. But first, we sip. Okay, so, personally, one situation that I find myself in, and I'm not going to say that I often find myself in that situation because I don't want to manifest it any further, but I was in a situation before where I had a thing with a guy for a little bit, and then that didn't end up working out, and then he ended up speaking with another girl, and it was the law of attraction because I remember thinking, like, I was trying to gauge, like, what other girl on the Ottawa U campus is like. I mean, not to sound cocky, but, like, I think I'm pretty I have very good amounts of self-confidence, and so yeah, I'm just saying that I was trying to gauge what other girl on the Ottawa U campus has a lot going for herself, and I thought of this girl, and isn't that annoying when it happens, when you literally guess which girl a guy is going to go with next after you? It goes along with the law of attraction. You probably manifest by you probably don't manifest it. It's probably just life and how life works. But yeah, anyways, that's besides the point. And okay, I'm sorry. I feel like I keep going on 20 different tangents. So let me sip before we continue. So yeah, that's something that personally makes me very jealous. When a guy starts having a thing with a girl after you and you look at her, and even if she's not as pretty as you, I feel like that's even worse if she's not as pretty as you, because then you're like, damn, is my personality that bad? What the hell? If she's prettier than you can just say, you know what, she's prettier than me and I'm just gonna work on being prettier. At least you know where you stand and what you have to improve. But when the girl is either just as equally as pretty as you or less than you, I feel like that's terrifying in a way, because you're like, what the hell does she have that I don't then? And it's like a mystery that will never be solved. And it lies in your mind for that much longer. Because it's like you don't even know what to do. You don't even know where to start. And I remember being so angry because it was actually the second time that a guy that I had a thing with later ended up having a thing with that exact girl. And it makes sense because I'm a blonde now, but I was a brunette at the time, and that girl's also a brunette. And it's like, we were the same type of girl. We were both pretty, we were both funny, we were both brunettes, we were both outgoing and had many friends. The only difference is that she's a sorority girl and I'm an athlete. I'm a bit more of a tomboy and she's a bit more like glammed up. So I feel like it depends on who's your type of girl as a guy. Like, do you want to date a girl who is as athletic as you, or do you want to date a girl who's like, and I'm not saying that one is better than the other. I think that that girl and myself are pretty equal in terms of worth. But then again, I think I'm pretty fucking... I mean, you can't compete with me, which brings me to the next step. If you believe that you have to compete with other women, that's going to become your reality. The universe is going to say, your wish is my command. Here's 5 other girls, 10, 20 more girls that look just as pretty as you, love the exact same guys as you, always attract your ex-boyfriends to them, in your face. But I remember that this one particular, I know that I went on to the next step, but it's still kind of, I can still keep speaking about that same story that happened with a girl that I was saying was the other brunette. I was so angry that I texted my mom about it. When I tell my mom about something that's happening in my life, it means that I'm triggered. And I remember being like, I remember telling to my mom, I am tired that girl always ends up with the guys that I've been with, and I feel like it's unfair because she's the second girl. So I know about her, but she doesn't know about me. I am made insecure by her, but she never gets to be made insecure by me. And my mom said, Janelle, stop. Do you hear yourself? You sound like you have a victim narrative. You have to realize that that's just how life works. It's just a coincidence that she went with the same guy as you, after you, twice. There's always a girl that comes after that girl too. Like, she experiences what you experience sometimes too with another girl, but you don't see that part. For some reason, you always assume that people have it worse than you, when it's, at the end of the day, nobody has a perfect life. Everybody ends up getting their reality check at some point, and you have to realize that just because she's been with a guy, with the same guy as you after you twice, doesn't mean that it's going to keep happening. And next thing you know, not only has it also most likely happened to her too before, because it literally happens to every girl ever, but one day you're going to be the second girl. One day you're going to be the girl, and it's going to be with a different guy, and you're going to realize that being on the other side of the story, like, both girls will always experience being, like, every girl will always experience being on both sides of the story, and it's literally just a coincidence that it happened to you twice, that you were the first girl. And maybe you have been the first girl for her too once with a guy, and you don't know it. So yeah, ever since my mom told me that was when I stopped freaking out when a guy ends up with a girl after me, because that was when I realized that it happens to every girl at some point, and it has nothing to do with you, nothing to do with your worth. It's literally just the timing of life and who's your match and who's not your match. And if a girl has a lot of the same qualities as you, no shit, she's going to attract the same guys as you. That doesn't mean she's better than you. Okay? She literally just happened to come after you. It's a timing thing, not a she's better than you thing. Okay? Hope this helps. Before we go on to the next step, we sip. I'm following this YouTube channel called Into a Milli Lady by Corinna. I love her. And I also follow School of Affluence by Anna Bay. Love her. They both teach kind of the same things. They both teach etiquette and how to be classy and how to be an elegant lady. And they taught me to always drink on the same exact spot on my wine glasses or any glass, because you don't want to put your lipstick everywhere around the rim of your glass, just in one spot. Thought I'd let you know. If you want to glow up as a person, definitely go follow their YouTube channels. It like made me mature so much. I don't remember what step we are anymore, if we're like the 5th or the 6th. Let's say that we're at the 5th step, okay? Oh, I'm starting to feel a little tipsy. That's okay, I will just be able to speak with more flow. Manifesting it. Okay, so use what makes you jealous as a way to know what you want to manifest for yourself. People always ask me, Janelle, I don't know what to manifest. What do you mean you don't know what to manifest? Look at your life. I bet you can find at least one thing about your life. Sorry, I don't mean to manifest it, but I bet that you can find at least one thing about your life that is less than perfect. So this is yet another way that you can know. This is just when you feel the emotion of jealousy, that's just an opportunity that the universe is giving you. The universe is presenting you with something that you want. And if you believe in the law of attraction and you know your power, and if you're my subscriber, you do, okay, you're jealous, yay! That means you have standards in life and goals in life and things that you like and things that you don't like, which makes life worthwhile. When you go to bed tonight, script it. So you're jealous of that girl because she's a better athlete than you or whatever. Okay, if you're an athlete, that night you can script, I get better at my sport every day. Blah, 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 blah. Someone else's word does not take away from my own. Blah, 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 blah. Or let's say that you're not athletic, but you love fashion. Tonight, I am the best fashion designer in the world. Or if you want to model, I am the highest paid model in the world. Move over, Kendall Jenner. You can always use what you're jealous of in other people as a way to know what you should manifest for yourself. View it as a way to realize what you want and what you don't want, what you like, what you don't like, what type of experiences you would like for yourself. It's an opportunity. View it as a positive experience. View it as a positive opportunity and be proactive about it. I said I could speak with more flow. More flow, all right? Okay, so the 6th thing that I want to let you ladies know is that being competitive is a very masculine state. Being competitive falls into the category of masculine energy. And I don't think I've ever talked to you guys about the difference between feminine energy and masculine energy on my channel before. Here it is. This is our first time speaking about it. We need to speak about this. Sometimes when things don't end up working out with it, have you ever been in a situation with a man where you dated a man or flirted with a man, had a situation with a man, and you felt like he was just as attracted to you as he hated you, or you weirdly felt like he competed with you, and you were like, do you want to fuck me or do you want to kill me? I don't know anymore. Chances are you were in your masculine energy. When you act masculine, you appeal to a man's instincts to compete with you. When you act feminine, you appeal to a man's instincts to protect you and provide for you. I used to struggle with this so much, and I'm not perfect. I'm still not perfect, don't get me wrong, but I used to struggle with this a lot more than I do today because I educated myself more on how to be in my feminine energy. So for the 6th, so the 6th thing that I wanted to tell you guys is that when you're competitive, you are in your masculine energy, and that may repel some great men away from you. And that may even repel great women away from you. Like, it may even repel women from wanting to be your friend, because I realized that, like, women friendships that, like, work well together, it's often because I find that, like, women to women friendships work best when they are able to be in their feminine energy with each other, because that's when they don't compete that's when they can nurture each other without competing with each other, and like just vibe and relax with each other, which is what being feminine is. So energetically so. Keep in mind, I'm not speaking about if you wear a skirt, you're in your feminine energy. No. I'm talking about the fact that the feminine energy is a receiving energy, a relaxing energy, a creative energy, and a nurturing energy. Whereas, and a present energy. I am in the present moment type of energy. You know what I mean? It's not even about being conservative or traditional here. It's literally an energy. We give birth, we create, we nurture. You know what I mean? The masculine energy is competing, providing, being on the fence all the time, being very motivated and wanting to work 24/7. That's a very masculine energy. So if you start to work on your feminine energy, your relationship with men are going to go so much better. And even if you're attracted to women, we live in a very masculine energy type of world right now. So women who are able to tap into their feminine energy are very attractive, because it's rare nowadays, because we don't get to indulge in our feminine energy as much anymore. So I hope that you guys understand what I mean and you don't think that I'm being sexist or weird. I feel like I might not be explaining this properly. If this is your first time hearing about the difference between masculine and feminine energy, I highly recommend that you search it up, because I might not be explaining it properly and I don't want to piss off anyone right now. When I think of the women that I find the most attractive, it's not even that they have the most perfect faces. It's literally just that they know how to tap into their feminine energy and it gives them a noticeable glow. So keep in mind that feeling the emotion of jealousy is extremely masculine energy, so that might go against you. So that's just yet another reason to want to stay away from the emotion of jealousy. The seventh thing that I want to tell you girls is that if you can't beat them, join them, because there is this psychological phenomenon called the cheerleader effect, where people are going to judge you according to who you hang out with. So if you see a powerful woman, instead of talking shit behind her back, oh, she's only pretty because she has lip fillers. Bitch, why won't you get lip fillers if you want them that much? Or why won't you be friend with her and ask her how she can teach you to overline your lips with makeup? Be honest with yourself and use the cheerleader effect to your advantage. If you're jealous of someone, it's probably because they have something that you admire, and befriending them could be the best thing you've ever done of your life. It could change your life. You never know what friendship is going to bring you to the best opportunities of your life. If you see a woman who has something that you admire, why not befriend her? It makes life so much more interesting when you befriend them and join them instead of trying to compete with them. Or at least, competing with people can be a great source of motivation for some people, and I get that. But the whole point of this entire video is to be able to make use of your emotions of jealousy in a productive way, not in a way that it hinders you or disadvantages you in any way, shape, or form, right? So this is just another perspective that I wanted to give you guys. If you can't beat them, quote unquote, join them. Okay, the eighth and last thing that I want to tell you guys, and this is so important. If you have a friend who's a pick-me, before we go any further, I feel like people use the term pick-me in so many contexts, we don't even know what being a pick-me means anymore. This is what it means for me, okay? This is how I use the term pick-me. It's a woman who wants to be picked at all costs because she's deeply insecure about herself, and she gets her validation strictly from the attention that she can get from men, and she is willing to do anything, even if it means throwing you under the bus, to get more attention from any man than you at all times. Especially if she's attracted to those men and interested in those men. Again, pick-me's are way too much in their masculine energy to be good friends. They are way too competitive to be a girl's girl. You know what I mean? And they are so competitive that they will make you competitive, because you're going to be like, fuck you, you stole my man, I'm going to steal your man next time. And it's just so bad for you. So if you have a pick-me friend, unfriend her. And I'm sure that she has plenty of great qualities to her, or else you wouldn't be her friend. But there comes a time in life where you need to realize that everyone is disposable and everyone is replaceable. And not only that, but you don't need to wait until someone does something so bad to you before you dispose of them, before you get rid of them. You can simply get your this is your life, your one and only life. You are allowed to cut off someone just because you don't love their values, you don't love their behavior. You're allowed. Maybe they treat you well, but you don't love the way they treat other people, and you are scared that one day they turn around and change their mind about you and do something bad to you. You're allowed to cut them off. Okay? I think that's enough for today, girls. Thank you so much for watching. Thumbs up this video if it was helpful. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Come find me on TikTok, janelleloa. Email me if you want some personal coaching to help you manifest anything you want in life, or to help you navigate through your interpersonal relationships. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.